Hi, my name's Adam. Hey, I'm here with Deryck Roche.
Hey,
We're at his place, level 2.
Music Productions.
Deryck asked me he needs to check out some new preamps, what were they again?
The Warm WA412, which is a reissue of the API 4-channel mic pre. And I'm using another one, an Audient 8-channel mic pre, but it's the Warm one that I wanted to check out.
So he called me up and he said, I need some drums. And I said, I need to record some drums. And I remembered the song that my friend from way back had sent me. And we'll tell you all about that as well. But it came to me. I brought the MP3 over here today, and we got checking out the preamps. And
Yeah.
everything.
And I just wanted to, check it out, see what it sounds like with all the mics on the drums. And speaking of drums, we'll get to that in a second.
Drums. So we're on the drums. It's Deryck's Yamaha kit here, Custom, which I love. I know this drum set. I knew coming in here what this drum set was going to be like because I've worked here before. And this song, I think of as a real 80s song. So I knew for the drums and how I was going to play, that was going to be a lot of 16ths on the hat. I knew I had to put everything as in time as I possibly could. The only part of the track that was not programmed, I think, was bass guitar, but it's actually nicely in time. So that's what I was really thinking about, just to get as much pocket happening as possible back here. And we did several passes. I think the keeper was the second pass, full pass. We didn't do any punching, and that's it. The kit is a joy to play. It's tuned beautifully. Everything sounds amazing. The headphone mix came together in 2 seconds. So I was just happy. No stress, which is a great way to go about things back here.
Yeah, so Adam brought in a really cool track, and I just want to talk a bit about how we recorded it. We used the Warm Audio WA412 mic pre, which is a reissue of the API mic pre's 4-channel mic pre, and then recorded it all into Logic Audio. And some of the mics that are on the drums are some cool mics. We use the Sennheiser E604s on the toms. We use a couple unusual mics for the overheads. We use the Blue Spark mics for the overheads, condenser mics. We used Audio Technica pencil mic 4041, which is a very cool mic on the hi-hat. One standard mic we used on the kick was a Beta 52, a Shure Beta 52. Another Sennheiser E901 boundary mic on the inside of the kick, just to kind of give you that snap, that punch. What else did we use? Yes, standard 57s. Standard 57 on the top of the snare, and we used actually a 57 on the ride, which worked out really nice. I think that's about it. We got a really good sound. These are the original Oak Custom drums, Japanese-made Oak Custom drums. So they're big and punchy and warm.
Drum heads?
Remo drum heads.
And
Can't forget. They're coated. You can't forget the Remo drum heads.
What's your kick pattern, man?
That's Power Stroke 3, clear Power Stroke 3, Ambassador X on the top of the snare. Actually, on all my snares, I have an Ambassador X pretty much. Toms are all Emperors, coated Emperors on this kit, and Diplomats on the bottom, which is a little unusual, but it gives you a nice big round tone, and Sabian cymbals. Okay, so we're just going to show you the process of how we kind of did this. Like I said before, Adam brought in a track, so we just brought the track in. Here's the track right here. Not going to play it, obviously, because we're going to play it after, but we just timed the track. It's 115 BPM inside Logic, so just make sure it locks up with the click, so he gets the click in his headphones. And then from there, we just multi-track this out. So we've got kick in, kick out, snare top, snare bottom, tom 1, tom 2. It says tom 4 here because we use one of the extra tracks for a ride, which is down here. So tom 4, hats, ride, overhead, left and right, and then a room mic. Okay, and the room mic that we didn't mention before is a Neumann TLM 103, right? Yeah, we just basically recorded a couple takes. You can see the video here on screen. We got the video locked in with the tracks so that it's in perfect sync. So when we bring it into Final Cut Pro, we can do the editing really quickly. So basically, you know, just setting levels, cleaning up the tracks, front end, back end, putting some fades on the track, and then if we go into, I'll just get out of this for a second. If we go into the actual mixer, you can see all the tracks here. Okay, and we use some pretty cool plugins. We use the Lindell 80 a lot, which is mimics a Neve channel strip, and it's amazing for drums. So that's my little secret weapon for drums that I'm sharing with you. And highly recommend this for drums. We got this on drums. All the drums are bussed out to bus 9, which is this bus right over here. Another Lindell 80 on here for the drums, right? And did a little bit of tweaking for the EQ and the compression. Ran it through the SPL transient designer to kind of tighten up the transients of each of the transients inside the audio regions for the kick and the snare. Get everything tight so nothing's misaligned. And then put it through the Lindell mix bus compressor, multi-band compressor, which is another amazing compressor. And sometimes what I do is I start out with a preset, and then I tweak the preset, and then I save it, right? So I've always got a setting that I can save and come back to. And then on the mix bus, just really quickly, we go over to the mix bus. We use the AMEC 250. Yes, there's a lot of Plug-in Alliance plugs here. Big plug for Plug-in Alliance. But they make some great stuff. Once again, used a preset and then tweaked the preset until we kind of got it the way we wanted it to sound. And then I used the BX Townsend compressor after that to kind of just glue things together. And just for a little bit more glue and sheen, I always back it up with the SPL Iron mastering compressor because it's really clean. And it just tightens up the top end detailed stuff, which is always critical in some of these mixes. And we got a pretty good mix. I think it's sounding pretty good, and yeah. Some of the gear that you can see that we used here, we used the Warm Audio WA412. We also used the Audient, the 008, the ASP 008. And then we used the Presonus for our audio interface. I'm clocking everything with the Apogee. That's my master clock. And I love the way the Apogee sound. It kind of just rounds out everything once we do a print. Central station here for the monitors. And then over here we've got Lindell Lin 76, which is what the room mic was going through. Here we had the room mic plugged into the WA73 pre-EQ. And then it's going into the Lindell audio and then back into the audio interface. And then later on, this is a little thing that I'm setting up, which we didn't really use today, but I'm setting up the Empirical Labs little freak EQ here for analog bus section. And there's going to be a bus compressor later. But everything we did today was in the box, so that's for something later. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun today. Good hang. Haven't seen Adam in a while. And I got to test out some gear, and he got a track. And I'm sure we're going to do more of this. And hopefully we can do this for some other people in the city. All right. Peace.
We're rolling now. This is a test. Hello, everybody. Blah 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 blah
Blah blah
blah blah blah blah.
blah blah.